Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Today I've been messing around with the VMAX a little bit. Yesterday I was doing some checking some information out, and I found out that I was wrong on this little box. Remember, I had an A right there. Anyway, I got that A off and put a D because that's the delay for the kill time. And the way it's explained to me, according to Dino Tune, this is where all this came from. It's like, well, from the air bottle to the shifter, if you got a long hose, in other words, if, say, like if this air bottle was connected over here, then you got that length of that hose going over. That's where you end up putting a delay in before the kill part hits and kills the motor. But anyway, I just want to point that out, and I stand corrected on that now. I was wrong, and this was a couple of videos back. They have not come out yet, but anyway, I was planning on taking it out today and trying it, but it's a little bit nippy out there. It's like 58 degrees. But there is something else that I have run across too. I had a friend of mine look the information up as far as it goes for this bike. And this is very shocking. To me it is, I put it that way. Let me grab the chair and bring it over this way. Because you would not believe the owners that has had this motorcycle. Okay, right here in Ohio, that's where it was bought. The history of it had 1 mile on it, on the odometer. Alright, the first owner, alright, then he sold it to the second owner that's in Ohio that had 4,527 miles on it. Alright, then from the second owner to the third owner, he didn't put no miles on it. But look at the time, the date. It's like he held on to the bike for about 7 days and turned around and sold it. All right. Now, from the third owner to the fourth owner, they was 527, 6 miles been put on it. Because from the third to the fourth owner was 4,527 to 4,533. Then from Ohio, this bike went to California. All right, from California, it had 4,600 miles even. All right, then when this fella sold it to the other fella, or the other person, should I say, and the date was on this was March 11th of 2009. That was when the first fella in California had it. When he sold it, January 18th of 2014, it had 9,424 miles on it. Okay, and this fella held on to it for a while, because from the 2014 to January the 11th of 2017, it was sold to Florida. A person in Florida. All right, and from the California, he rode it almost 20,000 miles. I don't know if y'all can see them numbers, more than likely not, but if you can, that'd be great. But yeah, this fellow in Florida, in 17, it had 29,273 miles on it when he bought it. Okay, it went from Florida to Alabama, then from Alabama back to Florida, and then this is when my cousin bought the bike. He, lives in Alabama. Then it went back to Alabama, and it was August the 12th of 2021 when he purchased it. All right, and then when I purchased it from my cousin, it was May 12th of 2022. And it says current owner. Well, the current. but all the rest of them is history. And this right here, my cousin was the 10th owner, and now I'm the 11th owner of this bike. 11. In other words, 10 people had this bike before I got hooked to it. And see, another thing too, as far as it goes for the service record of this bike, I don't even know if the original owner had this bike serviced or not. There's no information. And anytime that a bike gets serviced, that's usually some information there that can be found. But there is none. No service records of this bike. No records of the bike being totaled, wrecked, or anything. So, you know, don't really know what has happened to the bike. And half the stuff I done to this thing, I virtually forgot because it's been, you know, a couple of years ago. Because here it is already 25 here. So that's over 3 years I have had this bike right here. Over 3. But now that I'm taking my time and explaining everything, like I said, I was thinking about taking the bike out today, but it's a little bit cool. The other day when I did the oil change in the last video, I didn't show the, you know, doing the oil change or anything like that. But what I went with, now this is the oil that I went to begin with, a 2050, you know, V-twin 100% synthetic AMSOIL. Okay, that did not help the transmission, you know, as far as it goes for the shifting part. So I was told from a friend of mine, say, you know, that metric motorcycle oil is supposed to help smooth, confident shifts. And see, that's what I'm looking for, because going from first to second, it's got a little bit of a problem. And two, it was conventional oil that was in it when we did the oil change when my cousin had it. Now I'm trying that synthetic in there, and hopefully with this oil it's going to help that transmission. That's what I'm hoping for. But I wanted to kind of mention that because in the last video or video before last, I didn't show what oils I was using. But I'm here to tell you, this oil right here, even though it has not been in but something like about 25 miles, it has cleaned the inside of that motor, because this oil is, well, I can't even get the top off of it. Let's see. This definitely is dirty looking. Yeah, I should have had something I could pour some of this in. That way y'all see how dirty it is. And it don't have no miles on it. And what I'm thinking about doing is taking this oil and putting it into either the, I think what I'll do is get some metric 1040 for the Vulcan 900 over there. But into when I was talking about oils, you know, like the old bikes, you really don't want to use no synthetic, because if you got seals in there that is like got small cracks in it and stuff like that, you put that in there, it's going to clean everything. Next thing you know, you might have a leak if you got a bad seal or something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about the V-Max just a little bit, about how many people owned it, and this little box right here, the kill switch. And that came from Dino Tune. And I was looking it up, trying to find the instructions, because these pieces don't come with instructions. You have to look on their website where it says, if you go on their website and you pick something out that you want to buy, to install it, what you have to do is go back to that home page, and up there at the top, it'll say instructions. You click on that, you download that, you got the instructions on your phone or computer or whatever you download it to. And I found one, excuse me. Another thing I want to mention about this box, the newer boxes has a delay here, then kill time. All right, and the wires is the same color code. Here's a black, a white, a blue, and a brown. But on the new ones, they come with like 10 feet of wires, where this one came with something about like 8 inches to a foot, somewhere along in there. Be honest with you, I can't remember exactly, but as far as it goes for these two wires that made it to the ignition, one of these wires is going to be a voltage wire, then the activation of the kill switch. You know, after a certain amount of time, you just have a tendency to forget stuff. And that's what I done. I forgot a lot of this stuff, because, you know, I kind of done something, you know, done a little bit here, a little bit there, you know, going to try it out, and, you know, you get sidetracked, and next thing you know, you're working on another motorcycle, or you buy another motorcycle, and you start riding it, and starting to enjoy it. So, you know, you kind of put this like your bike, you just kind of put it back into the corner and let it set, collect dust. You know, and that's what I done. But yeah, I just wanted to take a few minutes here to explain where I was wrong on this, the kill box. I found out how many owners this thing has had. Talk about the oil that I put in it. Another thing too, I'm gonna need to be putting another rear tire on. Now, I got a rear tire at the house that I've been holding on to for the past 2 years I know of. It's a Shinko, but it's just a regular Shinko. And I should have got the Shinko hookup tire. So, you know, I might end up looking into getting the Shinko hookup if they still make them. I don't even know if they still make them or not. I hadn't even done no research or see if I can get any, or see how much it costs or anything. My front tire is still pretty much okay. I probably end up replacing that also here shortly. I'm just, you know, looking the bike over, thinking about what I want to do. Another thing I want to do that I was planning on doing today, but being as how the temperature is cold as it is, I was going to go down there to the peanut mill, put the bike on the scale to see what it weighs. I'm curious to know how much this bike weighs, because it's supposed to be something like 580, 590 something odd pounds. But anyway, I reckon I've rambled on enough about the bike. Now I'm slowly but surely getting back on it and messing around, and I was hoping to take the bike out also today to see how the transmission's going to shift. But anyway, I reckon that'll do it for this video. Just kind of keep it kind of like a short video, because, you know, I'm unable to get out there and take it down the road right now because it's just a little bit chilly. Like I said, it was 58 degrees out here. Anyway, I reckon that'll do it for this video. Thank y'all for watching.